Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. So today from a science subject we are going to discuss about birds from chapter 3. Okay children? Okay. So before going to the chapter I would like to remind you that when we were going with chapter 2, that is animals, so we have already discussed about birds also from that lesson. Okay children, so today I am going to revise you once again about birds. Clear children? So what are the learning things which we are going to talk today about? The different type of beaks, feet and claws of the birds, how do birds fly, and where do birds live. Okay children, so this is our learning checklist. Now children, so before getting started, here if you see there is a bird in the picture. No, so look at the picture given below and fill in the missing letters to complete the names of the body parts of the bird. So there is a picture of a bird here. So what we have to do, we have to fill the missing letters here. Now it is about the parts of the body of the bird here. So we have to just fill the missing letters and complete that word. Okay children? So here this part, what do we call this part as? They are the wings. WINGS. They are wings. Okay children? So what is this? This one. It is just like its teeth and the mouth. Okay. So this is the beak. Okay children, this is the beak, and this part, okay, this is the feet, and now this one, like you can see the fingers type. Okay, these are the claws, CLAWS. These are the claws. Okay children, so here if we read this information, so birds are the animals with their bodies covered with feathers. So they have a pair of wings and feet. Birds do not have teeth, but they have beaks. Okay children, so let us learn more about birds. Here, so what are birds? Birds are animals. No, they are also living organisms. So birds are animals, and how is their body? Their body is covered with feathers. See, all these are all feathers only. Okay, it's fully covered with the feathers. And you can see very colorful feathers also, depending on the bird. So they have got very colorful and designed feathers. Clear children? And they have a pair of wings. So what are they? These are the wings, as we said before. So they'll just fly with the help of their wings. So how many wings they have got? They have got a pair, that is 2 wings. Okay children? And they do not have teeth. Birds do not have teeth like the other animals have. So what is their teeth here? Their beak. Okay. So their beak only, it do all the works that the teeth do with the rest of the animals, like eating, catching and all that. The food, regarding the food. Okay children, they eat the food, they catch the food with the beak only. Clear? Okay. So we are going to learn about the birds. So here the first one is different type of beaks. So children, so we have got so many types of birds on our planet. Very different type of birds, beautiful birds. Okay. And even though we have got different type of birds, same like that, even we have got different type of beaks also. Every category of birds, they have got different type of beaks. So why we have got different type of beaks? So as they have different eating habits, because every bird has got different eating habit, so even their beak is also different, because as they eat their food according to that, the type of food, according to the type of food they eat, so the beak is formed in that shape. Okay children, so that it becomes easy to that bird to eat that particular food with its beak. According to its food, the beak is designed. Okay, children? So, birds use their beaks to catch and eat food. As we just said, what do they do with the beak? They use their beak to catch and eat food. Okay, and the shape of the beak is suited to the kind of food they eat. So the shape of the beak, how is the shape of the beak? It is going to suit to the kind of the food they eat. For example, some birds eat only plant food, or some birds eat some small insects. Some birds eat small, not small, very large insects, or even large animals also. No. So like that, so as according to their food, the kind of food they eat, the beak is designed. The beak is going to suit their food so that they can easily catch and eat the food. Clear, children? So now we learn about strong, sharp and hooked beak. Here, if you see in the picture, so you have got two birds here. So they are wild birds actually. So why we call them wild birds in the sense? Because they'll eat the flesh of the animals. Okay, so that is why I am calling them as wild animals. Okay, so these are, how is their beak? It is strong, sharp and hooked beak. If you see in the picture, see children how it is? It is strong, very much strong and sharp and hooked. Can you see this part at the end? It's little bent like a hook. Okay, so flesh eating birds such as eagle, vulture, owl and hawk eat small birds and animals. So they have strong, sharp and hooked beak to take the flesh of their prey. See? So why they are having the sharp and strong hooked beak, children? So these animals like eagle, vulture, owl and hawk, they eat small birds and also animals. So to tear the flesh, in the sense to cut the flesh, so they have got this strong beak. Okay, children. So flesh of their prey. Prey is nothing but the animal which they hunt and kill for their food. That is their prey. Okay. So this is how they have got this sharp beak. And strong, sharp and chisel shaped beak. See here. Here. Okay. Birds such as woodpecker have strong, sharp and chisel shaped beaks. Chisel is what, children? Like it's a type of a wood instrument which has got a sharp edge like a knife and all that. Okay. So this part is called as chisel. So this bird like woodpecker, it has got strong and sharp chisel shaped beak. Why? Because this woodpecker is going to make holes into the hard tree trunks. Okay, it's going to make holes in the hard tree trunks and pick up the insects from these holes. Okay, that is why we call this bird as woodpecker. Why? Because it makes holes in the hard tree trunks. Tree trunks, okay children, and inside the tree trunk, so whatever insects are there, so it's going to pick that small insects and going to eat them as its food. So that is why it is having this strong, sharp and chisel shaped beaks. Clear, children? So this this whatever all we have talking about now, so we have already learned this in our animals lesson. So this is just like a revision. Again I am repeating all this to you from this chapter, birds chapter. Okay, children? Now, strong, short and hard beak. So strong, short and hard beak. See, this is the hard beak. Birds such as sparrow, pigeon, peacock and finch eat seeds, grains and nuts. So they have strong and short and hard beaks that help them to crack or crush their food. So why do these birds like sparrow, pigeon, peacock and finch, why do they have this strong, short and hard beak, as you can see here in the picture? Okay, so because these birds, they eat seeds, grains and nuts. Seeds, grains and nuts. Okay. So because of this beak, they are going to, crack or crush their food. So they are going to crack the nuts, seeds or grains, and they are going to crush it into, they are going to make it into very small pieces, and they can eat with the help of their beak. Okay children, so these birds have got, which birds? Sparrow, pigeon, peacock and finch have got strong, short and hard beak. Clear? Now we'll talk about the long and slender beak. This one, long and, what is it? Long and slender beak. Okay, so how is it? Birds such as hopi have long and slender beaks that help them to pick up insects from holes in the ground. Hopi. So this is the beautiful birds. No, it is looking so beautiful here in the picture with so many colors and different shape. See its head, children, how is it? So very beautiful. And see its beak. Right now we are talking about the beaks. How it is? It is long. Long and slender beak. Long. No, it is so long and slender. Very thin. Okay, this is beak. Why do this have such a beak? Because it is going to pick up insects from holes in the ground. It is going to dig the ground and make holes in the ground, and it is going to eat insects from that holes, like earthworms and all that insects which live inside the ground. Okay children, now here see, this is the word web, that is the meaning. So chisel means what? A tool with a flat sharp edge at the end. Okay, so slender is thin and narrow. So here, as we said, it is very thin and narrow. Okay children. Okay, now this is about the beaks of the hopi, and now we'll see about long pointed and straw like beak. Long pointed and straw like beak. So birds such as hummingbird and sunbird have long pointed and straw like beaks. Such beaks help them to suck nectar from flowers. See children, how is the beak of this hummingbird and sunbird? It is long and pointed and straw in the sense how it is. No, it doesn't have it is empty in between. No, straw is, why we do use straw children? When we want to drink any cool drink or any soft drinks, so what we will do, we'll use the straw. We will suck that juice from the glass, from the container. No. So same like that, even these birds have got a long pointed and straw like beak, so that they suck the nectar from flowers. So we will suck the cool drinks or some other ice juices and all that. But birds, what do they suck? They suck the nectar from the flowers. No, flowers have got a sugar type of syrup which is called as nectar. So these birds are going to suck the nectar from their straw type of beak from the flowers. Okay children, so with their beak they are going to suck the nectar from the flowers. Clear? Okay, and see here one fact about the hummingbird is, hummingbird is the smallest living bird in the world, and it can fly backwards. Have you known this one? Did you know children? This hummingbird, it is the smallest living bird in the world, and it can also fly backwards. Normally birds fly frontwards. No, they'll move front, they'll fly front, but hummingbird can also fly backward. So this is the fact what we have learnt from our lesson. Now we'll come to the broad and flat beak. Broad and flat beak. How is it children? Broad and flat, if you can see here in the picture. See, birds such as duck and goose have broad and flat beaks with two holes on either side. These birds take in muddy water containing worms, insects and small water plants. the muddy water goes out through these holes, leaving the worms, insects and water plants inside the mouth. Okay children, so as we have learnt earlier, so birds such as duck and goose, so they have got a broad and flat beak which has got two holes on either side, two holes on the beak. Okay, so what does these holes do? So normally these birds, they are going to live in muddy water. No, they live in muddy water and they eat all the worms, insects and small water plants in that muddy water. So when they take these insects or worms or any plants as food, so along with that even the water also goes into their beak. So because of these holes, what happens, the whatever water has gone into the mouth, the muddy water, it is going to come out from that beak, okay, from the holes, through the holes, okay. And what is left in its beak? The worms, insects and water plants. So only the food, that is the solid food like worms, insects, it's going to go into the mouth through its beak, and the water, the muddy water is going to come out from the holes of the beak, children. Okay, so these birds like duck and goose have got broad and flat beak. Now short and broad beak, short and broad beak here. So what is it? Sparrow, sorry, swallow. Okay, so this is one bird which has got very short and broad beak, and swallow flies in the air with its beak open. See this bird's speciality, what does it do? It's going to fly in the air with its beak open. Why do it do this? Because the inside of its beak is sticky, which helps in catching the flying insects. So even in the air also we'll be having insects, no, which are flying in the air. So as this swallow is beak is sticky, this beak is sticky, no, it sticks. If something falls on its beak, it's going to stick to its beak. So that is called as sticky. And because of this sticky beak, so when this bird is flying in the air, so some other flying insects are going to stick to its beak. Then this swallow is going to take it as its food. It's going to eat that insects as its food. No. So this is how this short and broad beak is helping the swallow to eat, to catch its food. Clear, children? Now here see hooked and curved beak. Hooked and curved beak. See our parrot, beautiful parrot. Everyone will love to have a parrot at our home. No. So it's so beautiful to see, and it also talks. No. Now birds such as parrot have hooked and curved beaks. Their beaks help them to break open hard fruits and nuts. Parrots can only move their upper beak unlike other birds. See, children, the thing what we have to learn about parrot beak is that their beak is going to help them to break or open hard fruits. No, parrots are going to eat fruits, mostly the fruits. So this beak is going to help them to open the fruit or break the shell of the fruits, some hard fruits, okay, and even nuts also. And parrots can also parrots can only move their upper beak. They can move their upper beak only, whereas other birds, they can move both upper and lower beaks. But for parrot, it can move only the upper beak. Okay, clear, children? So parrot is going to break its hard fruits and nuts like groundnut and all that through its beak, and it can move only its upper beak. And how is its beak, children? It is hooked and curved. See here, it is curved. No, clear? Now, so whatever we have learnt until now, we are going to just revise and recall. So which one of the following birds has short and broad beak? short and broad beak? Which one? Is it A. swallow, B. sunbird, C. sparrow, or D. pigeon? So which one of the following birds has short and broad beaks? Which one, children? Yes, it is swallow. It is swallow. No, it has got short and broad beak. And how is its beak, children? It is sticky also. No, so where it can also catch the flying insects. Clear? Now, second one, which one of the following birds has long and pointed beak? Long and pointed beak. Okay, so is it A. owl, B. hummingbird, C. parrot, or D. peacock? Yes, it is hummingbird. Clear, children? Now, which one of the following birds has hooked and curved beak? Hooked and curved beak, our favorite bird. Which is it? It is, whether it is hoopay or parrot, woodpecker, or hawk. It is hoopoe. Sorry, children. Hoopoe, parrot, woodpecker, or hawk. Yes, it is parrot. Clear, children? Okay, now we'll move on to the next slide. So, feet and claws. Feet and claws. So, birds have 2 feet. Each foot has 3 or 4 toes. Birds use their claws and feet to hold food. So, they also use their feet to move around on the ground or on the branches. So, what we have read here, children, that birds have 2 feet. So, this is the feet. So, this is the feet, children. Okay, here it is the feet and they have got 2 feet and each foot has 3 or 4 toes. Okay, so these are the toes. So, these are the toes. Okay, so some birds may have 3 and some birds may have 4 toes. Okay, each foot, that is a singular form of feet is foot. Okay, so these each foot has got 3 or 4 toes and birds use their claws and feet to hold food. So what are claws here? These are the claws. So these are the claws, children, like our fingers, no sorry, nails. No, like our nails. So they have got a strong claws. And what do they do with this? They are going to hold the food. Hold the food. Okay, children. And they also use this feet, their feet, to move around on the ground. No, they'll also move on the ground and they also move on the branches of the tree. No, they are going to use their feet. With the help of their feet, they move around the ground and also on the branches of the trees. Clear, children? So, birds have got 2 feet and each feet it may have 3 or 4 toes. Okay, so with the help of these toes and feet, so they are able to catch the food and also with their claws. So their claws, okay, they are able to catch the food. Okay, children? So they are going to move on the ground and also on the branches of trees because of this feet. Clear? Now praying birds. Praying birds. Praying birds in the sense which kill the animals and eat them. No, they are called as praying birds. Okay. So here in the picture you have got a vulture. This is a wild bird. Why? Because it eats animal flesh. Okay, children? Flesh-eating birds such as eagle, owl and vultures are also called praying birds. So as I said, like flesh-eating birds, they kill the animals and eat them. Okay. So sometimes if there is any dead animal also, they'll eat that particular flesh also. So thing is, they eat flesh of animals. So like example, eagle, owl and vulture, they are all called as praying birds. They have very sharp and curved claws called talons. So here, so these birds, so these praying birds have got very sharp and curved claws. If you can see in the picture here, see how sharp and they are curved. No, they are curved. So these claws are called as talons. They are called as talons. And praying birds have 3 toes in the front and 1 at the back. So how are their toes? They are having 3 in the front. This 3, 1, 2 and 3. These 3 toes are in the front side, and 1, can you see here children in the picture? 1 is at the back of its foot. Okay children, so how many they have got? They have got totally 4 toes. 3 are in the front and 1 is at the back. Clear children? And they use their toes to catch small animals such as rats, toads and small birds. So as we said, they are going to eat animals as their food. No. So that is why they are called as praying birds. So what did they do? They are going to use their toes, these toes, no, to catch small animals like rats, toads and small birds. Okay, they'll catch them and they'll eat them as their food. Clear children? Yes. So this is about the praying birds. Now we'll see about the perching birds. Perching birds. So what are perching birds? Birds such as pigeon, crow, sparrow and nightingales have feet with 3 toes in the front and 1 behind. Such feet help them to hold on to a branch firmly. This is called perching. So what is perching children? Which can hold the branch firmly. Okay, firmly in the sense very tightly, so that they cannot fall, or they do not fall from that branch or from that tree. Okay, clear children? So what type of birds are perching birds? So like pigeon, crow, sparrow, nightingales. So these are perching birds. So how many toes they are having? They are having 3 toes. Okay, 3 toes in the front, again 1 in the behind. See here, 1 is at the back and 3 here in the front. Okay children, so these particular feet are going to help them to catch or to hold the branch firmly, that is very tightly, so that they can balance on standing on the branch without falling down. Okay children, so this is called as perching. So you can see here in the picture how this crow is catching and holding the branch very tightly and sitting on it. And now scratching birds. Scratching birds like hens have thin feet with sharp and hard claws. Their claws have 3 long toes in the front and a short toe at the back, which is higher up the leg. Okay children, so how about this scratching birds? For example, hen. So hen is called a scratching bird. Why? Because it has got a thin feet. As you can see here in the picture, it has got a very thin feet and sharp and hard claws. See here, these are very sharp and hard. Okay, their claws, how are they? They have got 3 long toes in the front. Okay, same like our perching and praying birds. This scratching bird also got 3 long toes in the front and a short toe at the back, which is higher up the leg. So you have got a short toe at the back, but it is not exactly situated at the back here. So it will be here. You are not able to see here in the picture very clearly, but if you observe a hen children, just above the leg, okay, here, which is higher up the leg here. So in this area you can see a short toe at the back. Okay, these toes help them to dig the ground and find food. What do the hen do? It going to scratch, in the sense dig. It just scratches as it wants. It just scratch the ground, dig the ground, and very small insects or grains, so whatever food leftovers are there, it is going to eat that. Okay children, and peacocks also use their toes to dig out food from the ground. Same like hen, even peacock is also a scratching bird which digs the ground and find food for it. Clear children? So all this we have learned before, but again I am revising you in this chapter. So hope you have understood. So I'll be concluding here. So we'll be continuing in tomorrow's session. So until then, take care and goodbye. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates.